Hey everybody, I'm John Granado, and that's Lance Zerline. You can hear us mornings on ESPN 97.5 and 92.5. Hit subscribe so you get all of our content here at SportsMap HOU. Lance, this week on MLB Radio, Jim Duquette said there's a possibility that Alex Bregman's going to be traded, that the Astros are listening to trade possibilities. They're not going to sign him to a long-term deal. The speculation is about, other players have left. Obviously, we know all of this, and they are likely listening. He does have a 10-team no-trade clause, according to Spotrac. How likely is it that Alex Bregman is not an Astro this upcoming season?
I think we could be getting close to 50-50. I'd say it's more like 60-40. He stays for now, maybe gone at the deadline, but I think realistically, John, it's a tough conversation to have. No one wants to talk about trading any players when you're in the midst of this great run the Astros have had. But the problem is players keep leaving. And at some point, your minor league has done a good job of coming back up. But right now, they're not considered to have the big stars in the minor league system. And at some point, you may want to replenish by, instead of letting someone just walk and picking up an extra draft pick, actually moving a player for some players you've scouted, maybe liked in a previous draft that are in a minor league system somewhere, maybe on a major league roster somewhere with longer club control. So I don't think it's a bad idea to potentially kick the tires on moving Bregman if it can help you maybe extend the window a little bit with cheaper players and longer club control.
I'd like to get some arms if they do. I think a nice good young starter from an organization. I don't know how much you're going to get since he only has 1 year deal, 1 year left. You'd have to be a team that probably thinks you're going to re-sign him, that you're willing to give. You're dealing with Scott Boras here, so you're going to probably have to be a team that you feel like we can afford. We want Alex Bregman here for the next 8 to 10 years. Alex Bregman has been really, really good. He's been really good in the postseason. So we think that we are going – not only do you have to give up those players, but you're going to have to give up a lot of money as well. I don't think this is going to be as easy as we think.
No, I don't think it's going to be as easy as we think. And I think, if Dana Brown does move Alex Bregman before the beginning of the year, he's really got to – this is a huge trade because you can't really afford to lose it badly. You need to be able to find guys. Whoever you bring back in return, at least one of those guys has to become a really plus starter, and you'd prefer it to be even more than one. So if they do decide to do this, it's one thing like James Click to add pieces here and there to a really deep roster. It's another when you continue to lose core players over and over to try to keep that going. Dana Brown's got a tough job ahead of him. There's no question.
I know whatever happens, when I find out whether or not Alex Bregman is staying or he's going, I'm going to have a Coors Light. That's what I'm going to do because it doesn't matter what it is. Well, when I'm waiting to find out if Alex Bregman is going to be traded, I'm going to have a Coors Light. And after Alex Bregman is traded, I'm going to have a Coors Light. Because you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to have a Coors Light. And I hope you have a cold, clean, crisp, refreshing Coors Light as well. When them mountains are blue, baby, it doesn't get any better than that. I know my beer is cool because I got Coors Light. Would it be okay if Mauricio Dubon is next year's third baseman?
It's not optimal. Would it be okay? I guess it'd have to be okay. Is it something I'd rather have? No. I almost wonder, do you put Jeremy Pena there, body type-wise? He looks like a guy who could become that third baseman. He's got a good arm, a good enough arm.
Yeah, but he's won a Gold Glove at short.
I know. It's not –
still young. I don't know. I'm
sure Dubon could field the position.
Okay, so you can't find the right free agent because, listen, if you're going to get rid of Alex Bregman, you're going to lose that money that you would have spent there because he's close to $30 million right now. You got a little bit of leeway to spend a little bit of money.
Oh, yeah.
Do you go out and get that free agent third baseman? And if they don't, then you're saying, well, we're about saving this money right here.
Yeah, I think you have to. I think the perfect spot for and when he's going well, when he's really going good, I think obviously you've got an excellent addition in terms of being able to play multiple positions there. But if you add an actual third baseman, you can keep your Swiss Army knife at multiple defensive spots and multiple spots in the lineup, quite frankly. And then you can add a third baseman who you hope can hit somewhere in the top 7, probably around 7th-ish if Jeremy Pena is hitting better. I don't think looking at you, and I looked at some of the free agent list of free agents, it's not great, but there's Yeimer Candelario is a guy who would make some sense at age 30. There's some older players who maybe you give a 2-year deal to if you want to just keep the window open. But I don't think there's any question you have to spend some money.
Yeah. And listen,
Bregman's money is gone. You got to spend some of that money to keep this team
you would hope they're right up against the line right now, and they got some guys to sign still. So we'll see whether or not they're right at the luxury tax line as it goes right now. So we'll see whether or not that is an economic move or it's a move to get better. This window is closing, isn't it? You got Kyle Tucker for a couple of more years. You've got Justin Verlander for a couple of more years. You got Fromber maybe for just a couple more years.
Altuve?
We don't know. Well, Altuve probably you're going to re-sign, I would imagine.
But will he stay the same Altuve forever?
Yeah, right.
It feels like he will, but will he?
No, this window is closing. I think you've got a couple of years left on this deal.
Yeah, I think you do. And the question becomes, do you try to struggle to keep it open? And if so, you have to be shrewd with it. And if not, do you kind of sell off pieces and try to rebuild it again? It's been a long run. It's been a great run, and I'm looking forward to this year. But there's no question. There's the most questions we've ever had, not just for this year, but for the next 2 years as Astros fans. So this is what reality looks like.